Hola gente, bienvenidos a mi canal, soy Nico Gamer y hoy vamos a ver The Sinking City, este juego nuevo que salió. Vamos a ver qué onda, que nos encontramos. What the fuck? Pare con el aire, ¿qué onda? Bueno. ¡Se va a tirar! Abajo está la ciudad. Ya arrancamos. Barco Caronte. Vamos a bajar un poco el volumen. Sonido. General. Oh. Y más o menos. A ver. Por acá.
Never trust a tourist
Tiene que fiarse de un
advertisement.
anuncio turístico. Cámara plegable. ¿Qué es esto? Querido señor Charles Reed, tal como solicitó, he investigado los brotes de histeria y las visiones en la ciudad de Oakmont, Massachusetts. Resulta que sus suposiciones eran correctas. Los casos son más frecuentes aquí. Hombres y mujeres de todo el país se ven atraídos a Oakmont, torturados por visiones similares a las suyas. Una ciudad que se inunda, la presencia de algo enorme pero desconocido. Por casualidad creo haber encontrado la fuente de su dolencia y a una persona que podría ayudarle. Prepárese y venga a Oakmont tan pronto como le sea posible. Le recibiré para ayudarle en lo que pueda. Cordialmente, Johannes van der Berg. Bueno, Archie-owned. Pulsa C para activar el cuaderno. Acá va anotando las cosas. Tenemos trasfondo. No hay nada. Palacio de la mente, no hay pistas. Habilidades. Bate, vigor y mente. Mapa. No hay mapa. Rosario. ¿Qué tengo? Plata. ¿Esto qué es esto? Ah, es para sacar una foto. ¿Y cómo saco foto? Foto. Interna. La mente, con eso se pega. No. Obras. ¿Cómo saca la cámara? No. Carta. No. Es un resumen eso. Entonces se agacha. Bueno, no sé. Pistola.
Hope I never have to use it.
No debo usarla
Something
nunca,
tells
pero
me
me
I
dice que lo
will.
haré. Oh, sí. Unas balas. Muelles. Están reunidos. Clave. Voy a sacar una foto a esto. ¿Cómo es? 1, 2. ¿Algún número? No. Vamos a ver, para los controles, si no. Gracias. Controles. Para correr, apuntar. Shift izquierda. Golpear. Agacharse. Interaccionar. Interna. Cuaderno. Ojo la mente. Fíjate. A ver. No. Poco. Agenda poco. Poco. No sé. Usar la cámara. Ah, acá está. Tabulación. ¿Qué es esto? Ladrillo. Plata, pistola, cámara. Usa la cámara. ¿Cómo interactúo ahora? ¿Qué problema, che? Ahí está. Prefiero una placa de trofeo. Reunir todas las pruebas. Ah, mira. Llueve. Ah. ¿Qué onda?
Now get out.
Bueno, muchas gracias.
At last, Mr. Charles
Es un placer
Reed.
conocerlo al fin en
What a
persona.
pleasure to finally meet you in the flesh.
Nice to meet you.
Encantado, señor.
Johannes
Johannes
Vanderberg,
van der Berg. A
at
su
your
servicio.
service.
Le prometí que nos
I did
reuniríamos tan
promise to meet
pronto
you
como
the
llegara.
moment you arrived.
Ah, much
Se lo agradezco
obliged,
mucho,
Mr.
señor van der
Vandenberg.
Berg. La verdad
I guess
es
I
que no
didn't
esperaba que
expect you
fuese
to mean
tan
it so
literal.
literally.
Please call me
Por favor, llame
Johannes.
Johannes. Pero, ¿dónde están
But
mis
where
modales?
are my manners? Welcome to the proud
Mi
city
orgullosa
of
ciudad de
Oakmont.
Oakmont. A
Alas,
pesar de
now
su
is not its
importancia, no está
finest
pasando por
hour,
sus mejores momentos.
though it is its most important.
A ver,
You
Ese es
said
mi
you know
problema.
someone who can help me with my problem. The visions have been getting worse.
Such vividness of dreams is not uncommon here in Oakmont. By chance, the man I spoke of, Robert Throgmorton, is already at the port. He has dedicated a lot of time and effort to investigate this issue. Alas, I fear he has a more pressing matter on his hands.
How can I find Mr. Throgmorton?
Don't worry, you can't miss him. Throgmorton tends to stand out from the crowd.
Can you tell me a little about Mr. Throgmorton?
A remarkable creature. Scion of a robust bloodline. A philanthropist, a scholar, and the patron of the famous Oakmont University. A man of great ambitions and even greater ego. Do not make him wait.
Reaching Oakmont was no easy task. Most maps I found didn't mark it, and this rickety packet ship is the only one that sailed here. Why is that?
Oakmont is no ordinary place. Its unique geographical position and the flood, a recent natural disaster, make it nigh impossible to reach. But you made it, Mr. Reed. I'm sure the tides of fate would have brought you here one way or another.
Tell me about this flood.
It began 6 months ago. Storms raged for several weeks, and the water has risen ever higher without receding. Now the city is cut off from the mainland. I must say I rather like it, despite the inconvenience. Atmosphere, you know?
I'll need a place to lay my head while I'm here. Any recommendations?
Fear not. I've already feathered a nest for you. There's a room in your name at the Devil's Reef Hotel. Here's the key.
Sounds charming.
Don't judge a book by its cover, Mr. Reed.
What's the best way to get around Oakmont? I'd like to drop my things at the hotel.
Most locals go by foot, or by boat. I've got the latter sorted for you. There's one waiting outside the port.
You're too kind, Johannes. Can you steer me towards the Devil's Reef?
Take this map. I've marked the hotel and a few other key places.
Other places? Like what?
You're a private eye, yes? Well, I've highlighted the police station, city archive, newspaper, places you'll need to get to the truth. This city is insular, its ways mysterious. No one will take you by the hand, so you better know where to turn in search of a lead.
How do you fill your days, Mr. Vanderberg?
I host a philosophy club for the like-minded intelligentsia, gathering seeds of thought like moths drawn to a flame.
Does Oakmont really have much of a market for philosophy these days?
There is no consciousness without pain, Mr. Reed. No better moment for clarity than times of hardship.
Well, that's it for now, I think. Thanks for helping me get my bearings.
No. The pleasure was mine, Mr. Reed.
Oh, before you go, how can I get in touch with you later?
Don't worry about that. I'm the kind of man who finds you.
Usa M para activar el mapa. Bueno. Es bastante grande el mapa. Creo que es... Asentamiento. Biblioteca de la universidad. Estación de policía. Oakmont Chronicle. El periódico. Hotel Davis Reef. Voy a tener que ir. Hospital. Manicomio. Este es el puerto. Este debe ser nuestro bote. Bien. Bueno. Lo que sabemos hasta ahora es que nos pidieron que vengamos a esta ciudad para descubrir qué es lo que está pasando, porque se ven como una especie de alucinaciones que ve la gente. Y bueno, la ciudad recibió muchísimas tormentas, lo cual quedó aislada del resto del continente y aparecieron criaturas extrañas o visiones. Así que vamos a ver qué descubrimos. ¿Puedo seguir hablando? No. Vamos a ver qué descubrimos. Welcome to Oakmont. Tenemos que hablar con el tipo ese que nos dijo que es muy peculiar. No debe estar acá.
I don't care about your petty
What the
excuses.
fuck? Tiene cara de
No
mono.
one leaves the port until my son is found, and that is final.
Excuse me. Are you Robert Throgmorton?
I am, but not interested. Go away.
The name's Charles Reed. I'm a private investigator, just arrived from Boston. I was told you might be able to help me.
Private investigator, you say? Well, perhaps we can help each other.
If I may ask, what happened to your son?
Why do you care? What's your angle, outsider?
Well, like I said, I'm a PI. Finding people is kind of my specialty.
Is it? Well, Albert was part of a deep-sea expedition I commissioned. This useless fool over here says he found Albert washed ashore in a lifeboat. Says he was barely conscious, out of his mind, talking gibberish in some other language. That he even tried to bite him.
And you don't believe him?
Complete malarkey. I know my Albert. I raised him strong and smart, the best of his kind. It couldn't have been him. Albert's disappearance is the work of Innsmouthers, mark my words.
I take it you're not the biggest fan of these Innsmouthers.
Those fish-faced freaks have overrun this city since the police burned Innsmouth to the ground. But now, those filthy migrants occupy half this damned city. The port, Grimhaven Bay, Salvation Harbor, the shells. They are everywhere.
So they're just refugees.
Hardly. They've taken work from the local fishermen. They stir and agitate against us, the Throgmorton family. We are the pillar of this community, not to mention that crime rates have skyrocketed. Simply speaking, they are a big stinking pile of trouble.
I've heard you're the man to speak to about visions, outbreaks of hysteria. I'm trying to get to the bottom of it myself.
Another newcomer with another problem. Yes, I know what you speak of.
Can I ask you a few questions?
How dare you? My son Albert is missing, and no one in this Innsmouth-ridden city will do a damn thing. But yes, let's talk about your dreams.
Please forgive the question, but I've never met a man quite like you before.
That's because no man measures up to the Throgmorton lineage. Proud and powerful blood flows through our veins. My father united with a certain royal family, which has blessed all our offspring with these exquisite features.
Mr. Throgmorton, let me help you. I'm rather good at tracking down missing people. I'll find Albert.
What makes you think you can do it? Oakmont is not exactly friendly to new arrivals.
Let's just say I tend to see things that others miss. And anyway, what have you got to lose? Sounds like you could use every man you can get.
Vera. You have a point, newcomer.
Sorry, did you just say Vera? What does that mean?
You had better get used to the Oakmont dialect, outsider. That is, if you want to fit in. It is a fascinating blend. Vera means fine. I was saying, we have a deal.
I see. Thank you. I need to know more about what happened to Albert.
Dane, did you not listen at all? I already told you everything. After leaving on the expedition, Albert was found on the shore in a lifeboat. This fisherman supposedly brought him to the house, and then left to call me. But when I arrived here, my son was nowhere to be seen.
Anything else?
Clearly, something suspicious occurred inside the house. I suggest you stop dawdling and go see for yourself.
Where's the house where this all happened?
For Kay's sake, I thought you were a private eye. Was standing right in front of it.
You mentioned a lifeboat. Is it still around?
Yes. Face the house, then to the left is a beach that borders a fence. You'll find it there.
As much as I'm enjoying the weather, Mr. Throgmorton, it's time for me to get started.
Find my son, newcomer, and be quick about it.
Bueno. Tiro las pi- Bueno, por lo que sabemos, el hijo, que es en este caso Albert, lo encontraron a la orilla en un bote medio raro. El pescador lo llevó a la casa y cuando volvieron ya no estaba. ¿Esto, no?
I've said everything I know.
Don't do anything stupid, newcomer, and keep your hands where I can see them.
A la izquierda, esta es la casa, se supone, ¿no? Como muriendo el pescador, ¿eh? Escalera que va a parar. La otra puerta.
The book is damp and
Está húmedo y
damaged,
dañado, pero
but
solo quiero
clearly
cuidar
well
bien.
cared for. The book is damp and damaged, but clearly well cared for.
Casquillos polvo de metralla. Una mascota.
Huh. This
De
dog
hecho, el
mat
perro
looks
tiene
better
mejor
than the
aspecto de
owner's
la cámara de
bed.
gato. Ni hablar. Ahora vamos a ir arriba. Ahora.
It would take tremendous effort to move this thing, let alone tossing it over like this.
Let's see what you find, newcomer.
There was a fierce fight
Una
here,
pelea
but
tremenda.
someone
Pero
tried to
intentó
flee.
huir. Cayó ahí abajo. Vamos a ver ahí. Uy, este loquito. Voy a ir a ver la gana. Estamos nosotros.
Choo choo.
Chuchu.
Choo choo.
Un trencito. Un metralla. Se supone... Tengo... Sí, tengo 6 balas, ¿no? Le falta... Dale.
I can barely recognize the face of the poor fella. He was beaten to a pulp.
What the fuck? ¿Qué es esto? What the fuck? Mira. Me pegó a mí. Bueno, saco la... What the fuck?
I can barely recognize the face of the poor fella. He was beaten to a pulp. I'm surprised they don't have someone's portrait here. Never seen knives like this before. Masterful work. Seems like prohibition hasn't affected Oakmont too much. So that's what an Innsmouther looks like.
No entendimos nada. Oye. ¿Por qué estoy en esta visión? No, ni idea de qué. Ah, pues estaba aquí, boludo.
5 cards short of a full house.
¿De dónde vine? Ah, tengo que ir a hablar con el loquito.
Hello? Hey, can you hear me?
Oh, my head. What? Who are you? Are you police? I've already told them everything.
It's okay. I'm Charles Reed, Private Eye. Mr. Throgmorton hired me to find his son.
Oh, okay. What do you want?
I want to know what happened here. Every detail.
I don't remember much. Me, Paul, and Lewis. We were here. This is our house. Barry was outside, on his business. Then he came back carrying Throgmorton's son. He was unconscious, barely breathing. Barry left again to call Mr. Robert.
Then what?
We put the guy in Lewis's room. Then he started to make these horrible sounds and... okay. My head began to burst, and he woke up. And after that, I don't remember a thing, just dreams. Drowned streets, a sleeping giant, a voice that called me.
That sounds familiar. Tell me about yourself.
Name's Will Hammond. I'm a fisherman. We all are. Live here together. Me, poor fella Paul, Barry, and Innsmouther Lewis Flynn. We moved here after the flood. I worked on the railroad, but the rail ain't kicking anymore, so I started fishing. It was add or starve.
Where are all the other guys?
That's Paul there on the floor. Kay be with him. Barry's outside with Mr. Throgmorton. Lucky rascal missed everything. And I have no idea what Lewis or Throgmorton's son got to. Starting to suspect the worst.
Do you know how Paul died?
I don't know. When I pulled myself together, he was already gone. Kay have mercy on his soul.
Who is this K you keep mentioning?
Outsiders, show some respect. Kay is our lord, our light, our love.
Sorry, I didn't know. I'll leave you to it. Take care of yourself, Will.
Please, detective, sir, tell me the truth. Could it be me? Did I kill Paul? Or Kay? Did I kill him?
I don't know yet, Will. The police will stop anyone coming in or out of here, so I suggest you just try and get some rest.
I'm afraid of what I might dream.
Qué raro que son todos estos, viejo. Eso. What? ¿Debajo del agua ahora? Ya que...
Take this, ape-face.
Esto cara de simio. Ah, acá pasó otra cosa entonces. A ver.
What's
Flotando. Ah, eso lo vi.
happening?
Corriendo. Y acá lo atacaron, se ve. Acá.
Yeah, run!
Okay, let's see what we have here.
Ah, se colgó el mueble.
Yeah, run!
Este no es el uno. Este es el uno.
Take this, ape-face. Yeah, run!
When Albert Throgmorton
Cuando
woke up, he
se
was
despertó,
not
no era
himself.
sí mismo. Atacó
He
a los
attacked the
pescadores y su
fishermen,
histeria
and his
se contagió
hysteria
cuando
spread
salió
to
herido.
them. When he got wounded, he fled.
Y ahora se reunió las pruebas clave. Palacio de la mente. Palacio de la mente. Albert atacó a los pescados. Algo. ¿Qué cagado? Atacó a los pescadores en su casa nombrando cómo recuperar conciencia. Los Thorgmorton y los Innsmouthianos están enemistados desde hace tiempo. Ahora sufrieron un brote psicótico repentino después que Albert Thorgmorton recuperara la conciencia. Lewis le disparó sin avisar. Cuando Albert Thorgmorton se volvió agresivo, Lewis, un pescador innsmouthiano, empezó a disparar inmediatamente. Albert Thorgmorton se comportaba de un modo raro cuando volvió al mar. Estaba loco, se puso violento y decía galimatías. Albert Thorgmorton huyó de la casa de los pescadores cuando le hirieron. Había 3 pescadores en la casa cuando Albert se despertó, pero solo he encontrado a 2 de ellos. Bien. ¿Para qué seleccionar? R. Combina las pistas para hacer deducciones. Perfecto. ¿Cómo las combina? Ah, así. A ver. A ver. Albert agregó los pescadores. En su casa. Tomo. Para. Loco. Excelente decía. Albert Thornton era peligroso y suponía una amenaza para Lewis Flynn y sus compañeros pescadores. Entonces, enemistados desde hace tiempo. Brote psicótico. Ahora sufrió un brote psicótico. Albert Thornton. Albert y el pescador llamado Lewis huyeron de la casa después de la pelea. Pudo rastrearlos gracias a motivo sobrenatural. Albert Thornton era peligroso y suponía una amenaza para Lewis y sus compañeros pescadores. Brote psicótico repentino. Ahora sufrió un brote psicótico. Como insurmultáneos, Lewis y su gente sufrieron a manos de los Thornton. Esa podría ser la razón que odien. Bueno. Cuaderno. Robert Thornton quiere que encuentre a su hijo. Sí, le ayuda a una habitación del Hotel Devil. James Vanderbilt ha dicho que tengo que encontrar a alguien llamado Robert Thornton. Puerto, ya lo encontré. Un pescador vive en las tres. Un pescador llevó inconsciente a Albert en su casa. Sí. Hay que rastrear a Albert. Bien. Trasfondo. La cara del trofeo del pez raro es muy realista. Bien. A ver.
My head! I still hear those voices.
I can barely recognize the face of the poor fella. He was beaten to a pulp.
Bueno, creo que ya no hay nada que ver acá. Vamos a ir abajo.
Let's see what you find, newcomer.
Marca 3, 2.
I've said everything I know.
Acá ya. El bote dijo que estaba a la izquierda. A ver si lo encontramos. Vamos a ver. Viendo la casa a la izquierda, decía. Pasando la cerca. ¿Será este el bote? Creo. es este.
Join in, newcomer. Praise the sea with us.
What the fuck? Todavía estoy un poco mareado a ver de dónde tengo que ir y todo eso. Pero la vamos a encontrar. Quiero encontrar el barco, el bote. No,
I gave you clear instructions, did I not?
Saliendo a la izquierda. Yo vine en ese barco. Y no. Regresando del mar. Acá no hay ningún bote. Ah, acá. A ver.
Where's your Oberon, huh, Titania?
Creo que ahí encontré esto. Llamo Albert Thornton y estas son mis últimas voluntades. Quiero revisaros. No bajéis a las profundidades bajo como nadie visible. Nunca debíamos hacerlo hecho teniendo una progresión en esa cueva. La profesora, como mencionar a mí, canta en mi mente, danza en mis párpados siempre que cierro los ojos. Sigue, y al final llega. He de avisar a todo el mundo, he de contárselo a mi padre. Está aquí. Bueno. Casco de buzo. Pero me equivoqué.
Something with this helmet gives me chills. What's wrong with it? Something with this helmet gives me chills. What's wrong with it?
Can't catch a mackerel since those Innsmouthers took over the fishing business.
You like it here, newcomer? Well, get used to it. No one leaves Oakmont nowadays.
Where's your Oberon, huh, Titania? Something with this helmet gives me chills. What's wrong with it?
Hay algo que tengo que estoy buscando acá.
Can't catch a mackerel since those Innsmouthers took over the fishing business.
Pero ¿qué es lo que me perturba que no puedo ver?
Something with this helmet gives me chills. What's wrong with it?
Mira, agarralo. Opa. Ahí está. Ahora sí no vi, ahora.
What's wrong with it?
Acá estoy. ¿Qué hay? No. ¿Dónde se dio vuelta? Cuando se llene, damos vuelta. ¿Por qué me estoy volviendo loco? Creo que se me estaba por pegar un tiro. Tengo que encontrarle la vuelta a esto.
Something with this helmet gives me chills. What's wrong with it? Where's your Oberon, huh, Titania?
You like it here, newcomer? Well, get used to it. No one leaves Oakmont nowadays.
Something with this helmet gives me chills. What's wrong with it?
No puedo entender qué es lo que hay que hacer acá. la edición esa. Algo con el casco este y no sé qué es. Ahí tenía algo. ¿Qué era? Sinceramente, no sé, vamos a seguir. Tantas pistas.
I've said everything I know.
Mr. Throgmort, I found this in the lifeboat. Looks like it's your son's will.
Give it to me. Oh, my boy, what did you get yourself into? If only I hadn't sent you on that cursed expedition.
Bye.
Mapa. Acá, así me voy. Mi bote.
You look familiar, but old Billy hasn't seen you around.
Stay alert! Monsters lurk underground. They're everywhere.
Ugh, I'll miss the carpenter's food giveaway with this darn port closure.
Don't do that again.
Welcome to Under the Keel. What do you want?
Bye.
Okay, bye.
Come closer, troubled soul. Let me tell you what your future holds.
You're some kind of, fortune teller?
Yes, my dear, yes. Oh, it's so clear. Your path holds many surprises, newcomer.
Really? Like what?
Not so fast, newcomer. I see many things. For a small fee, I'll tell you some of them.
All right, how much? $1?
Your money has no value here, newcomer. After the flood, Oakmonters deal in the practical. Booze, smokes, and bullets. And I'll make it easier for you. I don't smoke.
Some other time. Maybe.
As you wish.
No te voy a dar nada. ¿Puedo pasar por detrás? A nada, cantinero. Los tres de podrido, lo veo en todos lados.
What the? Get the... Oh.
The door won't budge. The door won't budge.
You want a drink?
The port is closed by order of Robert Throgmorton. Back off.
What? O sea que hasta que no aclare el caso este no van a salir. Por acá. Nada interesante. Investigando entonces el caso es... Vamos a ver.
I gave you clear instructions, did I not?
I've said everything I know.
Don't do anything stupid, newcomer. And keep your hands where I can see them.
Algo de lo que me estoy perdiendo y no... No sé. Acá está el 3, el 3, el 3 por todos lados está el 3.
It would take tremendous effort to move this
Let's
thing.
see what you
Let
find.
alone tossing it over like this.
Still hear those voices.
Acá hay otro casco.
Choo choo. Ahem. Never seen knives like this before. Masterful work.
Creo que alguien encuentre esto, sí. Ábrete un espectador lleno de la casa. En paso cerrado acá. ¿Dónde? Paso.
I'm surprised they don't have someone's portrait here.
Paso cerrado. ¿A dónde hay un...? Posible. ¿Dónde? Oh, no. Ah, esta. Puerta, no. Llevaría el exterior igual. Entonces, acá tenemos.
The book is damp and damaged, but clearly well cared for. Ver un paso cerrado en el estado.
My head! I still hear those voices.
¿Dónde está el
I
paso
gave you
cerrado?
clear instructions, did I not?
No me la marca en el mapa. Ah, sí. Ah, no, no. Ah. Necesito tener aquí.
I've said everything I know.
I gave you clear instructions, did I not?
Ya no me queda otro que hable con el del barco. Ya no está bien.
Now get out.
Acá es de donde vengo yo. Y nada. Me estoy volviendo loco en serio. A ver este. Amigo,
The
¿hay
end
algo?
is nigh. It will begin again. What is down comes up. The seed is sowed.
El reloj. Voy a tener que volver acá. Algo hay que hacer con el casco de buzo. Ni hablar. Me falta algo acá. Acá. Me marca como que falta algo acá. Hay una pista. Acá, precisamente acá. No la estoy viendo.
Where's your Oberon, huh, Titania?
No le pega al...
Something with this helmet gives me chills. What's wrong with
Puedo
it?
darme cuenta que será.
Something with this helmet gives me chills. What's wrong with it? Something with...
Uy. No puedo hacerlo bien. Dale 150 vueltas esto, vieja. ¿Qué onda? ¿Qué pasa ahí? Ataca, ataca, ataca.
with this helmet? It gives me chills. What's wrong with it?
La verdad, no tengo ni idea, loco. Okay. What the fuck?
So the fisherman pursued Albert, even let off a few shots. Even though Albert was wounded, he managed to climb that high. Robert wasn't exaggerating when he said he raised him strong.
A ver. Almacén.
There's something in the pocket.
Lewis, por favor, dame una semana más. Son suficientes como para que el bar funcione con la policía paseándose por el puerto. Pero no te preocupes, he cerrado un buen trato con cierta gente. Pronto deberé tener una línea de provisiones en una semana y te devolveré el debo por interés doble. No agarré nada. Ok. Pero por acá. Trampa. No. Vamos para abajo.
The door won't budge.
Va. Ahí lo tenés a tu hijo.
One fatal round through the forehead.
Un tiro en la frente.
That's no
Es un
accident.
accidente. Fue
This was
deliberado.
deliberate.
Poneme que revive. What the fuck. Un bicharraco, ¿no? Muerto. Vacío de la... ¡Ah! marchó del escenario del crimen. Lewis, el pecado insomniano, sospechado de haber matado a Albert, se marchó del escenario del crimen. Albert, ¿dónde le hirieron? Lewis, el insomniano, el que mató a Albert, puede estar en condenas en el... Porque Lewis quisiera matar a Albert en vez de hacerlo porque un Throgmorton. ¿Un nombre tan difícil? Bien. Cuaderno. Tengo que ir a informarle a cara de mono. Su hijo está suicidado. Cara de mono. ¿Por dónde subí yo?
Mr. Throgmorton, I've encountered something.
What? I don't have all day.
Some unusual creatures, and they sure weren't friendly.
You've seen a wild beast, Mr. Reed. I'm somewhat surprised to see you still alive. Those unsettling things appeared after the flood. I've commissioned a few studies on them, but we know little more than when we started. They're aggressive, but fortunately not immune to gunfire.
Yeah, I learned that firsthand.
Try to avoid them when possible. And when you can't, keep your weapons handy.
Mr. Throgmorton, I'm afraid I have bad news.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I found your son in the basement of a nearby warehouse. I'm sorry, but he was murdered. Shot in the head and the body hidden.
No. It cannot be true. No, no, no. I don't believe it. No.
So, I've found Albert like you asked. Now will you answer my questions?
What kind of a man are you, newcomer? My son is dead, his murderer still loose, and you expect me to listen to your pointless natter? I want Albert's killer here now. Everything else will wait. Tell me you know who he is.
I don't know exactly. I have some suspects, but I need to investigate further.
What kind of private eye are you?
A thorough one. When I find him, I'll tell you.
Fine. No one leaves the port until then. Find me that dirtbag.
Ir al bar, creo.
I'm looking for a man by the name of Lewis Flynn. Any chance he's here?
Yeah. Even if I knew, I don't rat to newcomers.
Robert Throgmorton hired me to investigate his son's disappearance. I found the note about your debt to Lewis near his cold, dead body. It looks like Lewis murdered Robert's kid. You want him to come here and ask instead of me?
What?
Don't what me. At best, you're harboring a criminal. At worst, you're an accessory to murder.
What? No. I ain't done nothing.
Tell that to Mr. Throgmorton.
No. No. Throg. Lewis is upstairs. Here's the key.
Smart man. There's your good deed for the day. I've seen some unsettling.
So you met a wild beast, newcomer. They arrived in the flood. Some say they come from the sea, others that they...
And what do you say?
If it bleeds, you can kill it. Keep your gun handy. And if you want to erase the memory, I sell the perfect cure right here. Remember, better to be a coward and live than
Bye.
Hey, who are you? What are you doing?
I didn't know.
Charles Reed, private investigator. Mr. Throgmorton hired me to find his son Albert, so I think you know why I'm here.
Throg. That darn bartender. It was all that crazy ape's fault. You hear me?
Calm down. I only want to speak, for now. But no, if you reach for your gun, you'll hit the floor faster than you can say poetic justice.
I got nothing to hide.
Start at the beginning. What happened?
We were in our house, me, Paul, and Will. Barry'd gone to the sea. Though I told him that it would only bring bad luck. If he'd listened to me, we'd all still be alive.
Come on, Lewis. Focus.
Right. Well, Barry dragged that damn ape to our house. He was bragging about how much Mr. Throgmorton would give us for saving his son. But that ape, he was out cold. Then woke in an instant and started screaming, attacking us. After that, can't remember a thing.
You shot to kill. No warning, no second chances. You pursued Albert even after he fled. Why?
I can't remember it. When he woke, it was like a bloody mist descended over me. First thing I recall after is that darn warehouse and me covered in blood. I had no idea what happened, though. I suspected it had something to do with that ape. Turns out, I was right.
What kind of... why do you...
Oh, so you're here to attack me just because I look different to you? Want to spit on me?
No, I'm sorry. I didn't know how to...
Innsmouther's bodies were blessed by the sea. You're gonna see a lot of us here, so you better get over it.
The things you did to Albert don't look like a bloody rage. A fatal shot to the head, a hidden body. One might start to wonder if it was deliberate.
Well, I don't know what to say. I wasn't myself.
I hear there's a bit of a feud.
Those apes hated us from the moment we arrived in Oakmont. Our home was just the Blackwood Grand family sheltered us, but others were not as hospitable. We needed jobs, food, and
And so?
We had to fight for every crumb of bread. And those Throgmortons in their always conspiring behind our backs. Always setting people against...
You mentioned a grand family. What do you mean?
So you're a newcomer, huh?
Yeah, a newcomer with a gun.
Okay. People here are crazy about bloodlines and tradition and reputation. There's the Carpenters, who control most of the city's underworld, the Blackwoods, who share kin with Innsmouthers through the Marsh family.
And let me guess, the Throgmortons.
Right, those filthy apes. Now that most of the Blackwoods are gone, there's nobody left.
I think I've got all I need.
Please, Mr. Reed, don't tell Throgmorton about me. I know I'm in no position to ask. I didn't want to do whatever it is I did. Honest, have mercy, please. I have a family. Without me, they'll starve.
This is not exactly cut and dry. I need some time to think.
Perhaps I can offer something to grease your grinds.
It turns out I arrived here unprepared for business.
I knew you'd understand.
Pide la tariguay, gordo.
Please, I told you the truth, I swear.
Bueno, gente, vamos a ir dejando este video por acá. En el próximo capítulo vamos a seguir investigando. Suscríbanse a mi canal, dejen sus likes y nos vemos. Chau, chau.